You told me about the pictures that you were shown of your daughter, and just how how dirty, you know, this murder was. Can you tell us a little bit about, you know, what the, I don't want to call them friends because they're not friends, but the people that she was over there with, what did they come back to North Carolina and tell your family, especially Khalil, who is, you know, the best friend of your daughter? Can you just talk about how you found out about your daughter's death, and can you talk about the lie that they told?
Well, at first, you know, I was sitting at home on a Saturday, which was the 29th. It was like 7 or 8 p.m. and the phone rung. I'm sitting there looking at TV. So my mom said, "It look like," I said, "Well, mom's calling." So I picked the phone up, and it wasn't sounding right. So she said, "Shanquella gone." So, you know, I'm saying gone, you know, gone where, you know, and she said, she dead. I said, dead how? And she said, alcohol poison. So when she said alcohol, I said, how'd you got alcohol poison? Where's she at? So she said, Mexico, Cabo. So, you know, the phone just, you know, my phone dropped and I just started crying. And then, you know, I'm trying to figure out who she was over there with, you know, and said she was over there with some friends that she went to school with, went to Salem with. So I said, you know of them? You know them? You know, she said, I know of them. I just know she went to school with them. So, you know, from there, you know, my whole night was just trauma, man. I just cried all that night. Just cried.
Yeah, yeah.
Not knowing, you know, how, you know, over in Mexico, where she at, or what, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Right now,
mm-hmm. Go ahead, Dad.
it's just
Go
hard.
Yeah.
It's just the point that alcohol poisoning. It's just it's something. It didn't sound right, you know.
Right.
I said, how you got over there, you know, for the flu over there, you know, I'm trying to, when she leave. So he said she left Friday, you know, got there 8 o'clock. She said she talked to her on the phone, and they was sitting there drinking, you know, eating tacos and salads. A chef came in, and from there she said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. So from that point, that was Friday. So Saturday, you know, so she telling me the whole story now. So from that point, then that's when she found her dead at 3 o'clock. Say her friend Khalid was on the phone talking to us, and she was, you know, sick, throwing up. She wasn't feeling well. She took a shower, laid back down, and they called the Airbnb house. They supposed to send a medic out, doctor out to the house, and they had to pay $150 for the doctor to come. So when the doctor came, they had to look at her, try to put an IV in her arm, and, you know,
Care instructions for my guest.
the IV popped out, and they had to pay $150 for the doctor to come. So when the doctor came, they had to look at her, try to put an IV in her arm, and, you know, said the IV popped out and she went into a seizure. You know, that's what Khalid telling, you know, her mom's all this right here now. So
Right.
I'm trying to figure out, you know, I'm listening to the conversation. So I'm trying to figure out, well, you know, why Khalid, you know, didn't give you the phone or let you hear the doctor. Then
Right.
one of them in the house, well, she was told, one of them told her she need to wire $5,000 over there so they can take her to the hospital, or so she be able to get in the hospital. I say, $5,000 for what? I mean, she got insurance. She always had insurance.
Right.
So from that point, that's it.
So
So then all of a sudden, Monday came. Okay, now we getting together trying to figure out where she at. So she on the embassy, calling the embassy. They giving her to run around. I don't know too much about Mexico, none of that. So me and my brother was over my mom's house. So as I'm standing here talking to y'all right now, I'm just hurting all inside. So my mind is really on my daughter, but I'm sitting here telling what I know, what was told to me. So what I had to do, in which I know it wasn't but God that led me to her. So me and my brother got on that phone and started Googling all the funeral homes that was over in Mexico, Cabo.
Yeah.
So we came up with funeral home Riviera funeral home over there. And first we called, a guy answered the phone. He didn't speak English. So we called back again, and another young lady answered the phone, and her name was Elizabeth. And from that point on, she said, I asked her, you have Shanquella Robinson over there? She said, yes, sir. Miss Robinson, I'm sorry for your loss. And so from that point on, she said, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to stick with you until I get your daughter back to the States. So that lady was like an angel. So a lot of paperwork had to be done. Her mom sent the paperwork was already in the system. So I called her back. She said, yeah, I got the paperwork. I need a release form so I can release the body, release her body to you. And so we did that. And the bill came up and everything. So I wired the money over there, after I wired the money, they got the body. So did the paperwork, and it'll take a while for that paperwork to get done because they had to transfer everything over into English.
Yeah.
So she got back here last Thursday, around about 5 o'clock. So I'm sitting there in the funeral home. As soon as that door opened and that box came in there with her in it, man, just cried like a baby.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to leave out the funeral home. My brother had to pull me out of there. I'm sitting here, looking at her, seeing, a knot on her head, her eyes swole, she got a cut lip, and that's no alcohol wasn't gonna do all that, So I said something not adding up right here. And so y'all gonna come back here to the States and bring her luggage back, sit right there in her mom's, in her sister's face, ate, told y'all story, how it happened, alcohol poisoning and all that. And then, 2 or 3 days later, when that report came back, the lady told me, no, Mr. Brown, your daughter didn't die of no alcohol poisoning. She died, it was trauma to her neck and her spinal cord. It was broke. So that's when I just had it. I said, no. I said, baby girl, your daddy is not going to let you die in vain. I will get justice for you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get justice for you. So, going forward, I didn't let up. I did not let up, not one bit. And I know the grace of God has got everybody out here who caring and loving and everything and giving me the strength that I need to stand on this. Because I've been crying. I've been having my moments. I really can't sleep because that was my heart. It's a big hole. Y'all didn't came back here. Y'all got kids. I think some of you all got little kids from what I heard. I don't be on Facebook or social media or Twitter, all that. I don't that's not my style.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a person. I'm just laid back in the back scene. But all at the same time, her father has been here all along. Her whole 25 years she's been on this earth.
Yeah.
It's been her dad and all her friends who know me would tell you. Her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad. And I know for a fact, I know she probably called out for her dad. And for her to go out here and suffer like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, for her to suffer the way y'all did, to beat on her, because she's not a fighter. She's not a fighter at all.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a shame, for y'all men to be sitting in the room, the video I saw.
Yeah.
For y'all men to be sitting in that room and y'all let this go on, ain't do nothing. And Khalid, you supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. 5 years.
Friend. Now I want to.
Y'all supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
Friends just don't do that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Do y'all? I understand y'all parents. Your parents ain't even reached out to me, or I don't know if you reached out to her mom or not, but your parents ain't reached out to me. You all ain't reached out to me. So I say something ain't adding up right here. But I just ask God to give me the strength and bring me justice. Show me what really happened over there, Lord. That's all I ask. I'm not perfect, but I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yes.
I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yeah.
And God has been moving. He's been moving.
Yeah. He's been moving.
And Gerald, the way God moved in you when you say you called that Monday morning, I know I had prayed, say prayer, always pray. And it's just how everything just going, it's just everything just coming. The cover has just been pulled off, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm still hurting. I'm like I said, I'm sitting here hurting, talking about this as I'm hurting right now, knowing in 2 days, you know, I gotta bury her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all then came back here, then shut down your Facebook pages. You know, you're not talking no more like you was before you left. So what you know, why you hiding? You know, just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Mr. Robinson,
tell the truth.
I want to.
You got a father here that won't even be, you know, you got a father here now, you know, won't even be a granddaddy. I can't even walk her down the can't even walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
Can't even hear a voice. Can't hear her say daddy. You know. You know, she gone.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah.
And y'all took that from me. Y'all took that from me. And Khalid, I know she told you about her dad. I know she did. You got a dad. You know, y'all got dads and a mother that I know of. You know.
Yeah.
They can look at you all. Y'all can have a conversation. I can't have no conversation no more. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I had to come on here and, you know, speak my heart and speak my mind. You know, I'm not a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Anybody who knew me, all my daughter friends, know what type of dad I was.
Yeah. That's what I want you to do. And I know me and you talked, and we talked about having an interview. And I know we talked about, you said, Jerome will give you one first because you've been working on it. And I just want to thank you, because she had told me that Khalil had been coming back over to the house, He was coming around every day. Did he ever call you? Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, you know, what happened or any of that?
No, Khalil never called whatsoever. You know, from what his mom was telling me, you know, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me, that she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord trauma.
Right.
That's how they got the information, was through me. And then once they came, when I called and sent what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, from what they told me, he got all sick and wasn't feeling good. And say his aunt was with him or his mama was with him. And he wanted to leave. And when he left, they ain't heard no more from him, you know. So, and then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know if y'all woke up out of her sleep, to beat her naked like that. Well, while she was naked, you mean, you know, to sit in that room and watch her, that girl hit on her like that while she was naked. You know, I mean,
it's
the men in the room. Wait, I mean, do y'all have sisters? You know, do y'all have a mother? What if someone show y'all the video like that? A man, someone beating on your mother or beating on your sister naked. How would you feel? And she's not even defending herself because she's not a fighter. You're already bigger than her. She ain't number, you know, petite, no way no more than about 120, 125 pounds. That's not her style. Her style is not a fighter. Her style is not a fighter. She wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't raised like that. She was raised to, you know, to have fun and treat people like she wanted to be treated. Laugh. You know, care for others. You know, and y'all want to take her over there out of her comfort zone and do her that way when she thinking she going over there to have fun. And y'all seen that, to me, it was a setup. You know.
Yeah. That's what it's in as well.
To the grace of God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get justice. She's not gonna die, and it will not die in vain.
No.
I'm gonna get justice. I'm gonna get justice.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are going to get justice. You are going to get justice. Shanquella is going to get justice. Your entire family is going to get justice. Now, Mr. Bernard, Friday, they are over in Mexico. Saturday, as you know, as you talked about earlier, Khalil calls and he says that Shanquella is not feeling good. She's been throwing up and she's resting. And then he calls back because Salamandra told me that, you know, she told him, you know, well, just, you know, keep an eye on her, you know, just keep me updated on what's going on. And then he calls back and says that they are trying to resuscitate her. And you're trying to understand, well, what's going on? And then he comes up with this alcohol poisoning bullshit, you know. Now, and I understand that the FBI is now investigating. You have been in contact, your entire family has been in contact with the FBI. But have you learned anything as far as the Mexican police seeing any type of bruises on her when they got there? You know, did the medics observe anything, you know, different, you know, about her when they got there for them to, you know, allow these people to leave a room, you know, after saying that she had alcohol poisoning and then tending to her body, and it's obvious signs that, you know, she was beat. Have you?
You know, as right now, I'm just waiting on for all that information to come back to me.
Yeah, you waiting for all that information.
When all that information come back to me.
Right.
From what I saw her, when I saw her in that cat, when I saw her laying there when they rolled her in the funeral home, I mean, you see, we saw the bruises.
Right.
We saw the bruises.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was in her pajamas, flannel pajamas, pants, and a shirt. So I don't know if they put that on her or who put that on her, you know. But I don't just see how can y'all sleep. I don't see how all of y'all can sleep. I don't see how can all of y'all go about and do y'all daily duties and sit there knowing what y'all did.
Yeah.
Knowing what y'all did.
Right.
You
now,
know?
This information came directly from someone who is friends with Dejane's mother, and this information was communicated because people were upset about the fact that only one angle is being showed, and that is Dejane assaulting your daughter. This was not a fight. This was a brutal assault because your daughter was not fighting back. And in that video, at the end, Khalil had told Shanquella's sister and Miss Salamandra that he was not there when all of this happened, after the fact that they learned from talks from those that was there that there was a fight, that he was not in the room. But the video clearly shows him to the left. I mean, you've never seen Khalil, have you, Mr. Bernard?
No, never seen Khalil.
Right.
Only thing I saw is pictures of all of them.
Yeah, right.
I saw pictures of all of them.
Yeah.
You know, I heard the same thing you heard. There's a video out there.
Yeah.
That you know, she picked up by the neck and slammed on the ground, and once they slammed her, she didn't get back up. Did not get back up.
Mm.
So I guess that slam right there must have broke her neck and her spinal cord.
Do you need a second, Mr. Bernard? I can turn this off for a minute.
Nah, man, go ahead. We can go through this. We can go through this.
Yes, sir. I know this is, I'm sorry, this is very, very, very difficult. I
really don't know how much I love my daughter. Y'all don't really don't know. Y'all don't know what y'all done done to me. Y'all don't know how, you know, the hole that y'all done put in me. I really don't know. Serious, you know. Y'all can just come back here and deal with y'all did. And leave her there. And then Just leave her there. Then the maid had to find her from what I'm hearing, you know. Y'all don't understand how much of pain my daughter was in, sitting there with a broke neck or a spinal cord, and then I'm hearing, I don't know, Najee or whatever. He came to the house, So he was the last one. Something about he was the last one. He was the last one about her breathing or something, He playing soft music and rubbing her head. Really? All of y'all could have got her help. All of y'all. But y'all chose not to.
Exactly. Who the freak comes from an airport, they came from an airport straight into there and just rub her head playing soft music and claiming he's doing CPR. And then, to get online and try to run to the world that you are so innocent. The only innocent person and the only victim in this case is Mr. Bernard's daughter. And that's Shanquella Robinson. Ain't nobody else a damn victim. And I wish people would stop getting online talking about this Nazir dude got there. And then this is the problem that I have. And from my understanding, Mr. Bernard, I did you watch any of his video?
Who was video?
Nazir's. Did you watch any of Nazir's videos?
Yeah, I watched a little bit how he's saying this and that, saying that. Really? Really?
And the problem that I have is I don't.
You came there and you saw her. You should have got help. If you was her friend, and you ain't seen her in 9 years, and you came in that house, ain't no way you gonna sit here and you saw the bruises. You saw the bruises. You came in the house. You want to sit there and say you played music and rub her head, and then she took a last breath. You left. You saw the music. I mean, come on, man, really? You should have came in that house. Hey, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all stand down here. Y'all stand down here. Y'all not going back. Y'all not back going to the United States.
Exactly. He should have.
And he came in here and saw these bruises. Y'all didn't hurt this girl. No.
Exactly. That is the problem.
Y'all ever thought that she got a mother and a father? Got people back here in the States that love her and care about her, especially her daddy.
Yeah.
And then y'all can't even call. You come to the house, over to her sister's house, and try to say, Miss Robinson, do you have Mr. Robinson phone number? Can we call him and give him my condolences? No. Not at all. Y'all didn't even open your mouth. Ain't doing that at all. Especially you, Khalid. Even your parents. Y'all parents ain't reached out.
Dirty.
Your parents ain't even reached out. None, me or her mom. Not that I know her, but I know your parents ain't reached out to me. They still got y'all. They still got y'all. I don't have mine. She gone. Y'all took her away from me. She can't talk for herself. She can't talk for herself, but her daddy is gonna talk. Her daddy gonna stand strong through the grace of God.
Yes, sir.
God gonna give me the strength that I need. Yes. And I know everybody out there who got a relationship with God gonna pray that I get the strength to stand where I need to stand.
Yes, sir. Because
my daughter would not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
She would not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give her justice.
She's gonna get justice.
She didn't have to go through this. She did not have to go through this.
She did not have to go through this. Shanquella did not deserve this. She did not deserve this.
Then told her mama that it wasn't no altercation.
That it was no.
Y'all told her mama and her sister right there in their face it wasn't no altercation in that house. That's exactly what y'all said. That's exactly what y'all said.
Now,
in a couple of days, I will have all y'all statements.
Sure is.
All y'all statements, what y'all said.
The FBI is on them left and right. So if you think you're hiding at your mama house, Dejanay, you think you're hiding Khalid, you think you're hiding Win, if you think you're hiding Nazir, if you think you're hiding Elise, the FBI is on you. And you're going to have to get into the interrogation room and you're going to have to tell what happened. And the fact that y'all still to this day ain't even tried to call this family and say, Miss Robinson, Mr. Robinson, I lied. I was scared. I ain't know what to do. We should have broke it up. I ain't know what to do. And for every parent that's sitting up here and you know your child done killed somebody, you should be ashamed of yourself. That you will harbor a fugitive. That you would try to hide your child. That you wouldn't even reach out to a mother to mother, father to father. Shanquella ain't hurt nobody. Everybody loved her. Just because y'all had hate and bitter in your heart, you didn't have to take out what you was going through in your anger and your hatred and your jealousy. Bernard, did you even believe any of what he said, what he was saying?
Not at all.
Not at all.
If you were there, you should have did more than what you did. Should have did more than what you did. Because trust and believe me, every last one of y'all would have stayed there at that hospital down there with my daughter. I would have made sure y'all got back here. You wouldn't have been staying in no Mexico.
Hello?
You would have got back here. You would not have stayed down there.
Hello?
That would have meant a whole lot to me, knowing that you stayed down there with my daughter till I got there or we got there. We all would have been getting back on that plane together. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all left her. Y'all left her there. Y'all left her there.
So dirty and so low down.
It wasn't 6,000. I wired that money. It was almost 7,000. I wired that money.
And not one of them tried to ask, did they need
help? I wired that money.
Didn't ask, do you need money? Didn't ask nothing. Didn't ask nothing.
You know?
Nothing.
I don't want no GoFundMe page. None of that. I wired that money.
Nothing. Mr. Bernard.
Her funeral is paid for.
Yes, it is paid for.
And her funeral is paid for. For me to bury her in the next 2 days.
And let me, while we're talking about her funeral, let me say this. Shanquella's funeral is this Saturday. Okay, it is this Saturday, November the 19th. The wait will be 11 to 12, and the funeral is from 12 to 1 at Macedonia Baptist Church, 1300 Hatteras Avenue, Charlotte. Let me say that again. Her funeral is this Saturday, November 19th. Charlotte, show up. Show up. Stand with this family. Show up. Khalil brought the girl that was in the video assaulting your daughter and another girl to the house. And Shanquella's sister, has stated that now let me ask you this right to this. Had you, before the autopsy came back, had you heard that there was a fight or that an altercation was going on over there before you found out everything now that you know now?
Yeah, her friend, my daughter's friend did call me who had my number, who know how much I care about my daughter.
Right.
They did call and say it was a fight in the house, but they wasn't sure. But then the alcohol story came out.
Right.
So when the alcohol story came out, okay, my mind got to wonder who is true, who's true on what. So
right. So once
I just asked God, I said, God, I pray that you give me justice. I asked God to pray, I pray. I said, God, just let me know what really happened over there.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the covers
and
show me. Because she gone now, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
She gone. But show me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Where I can stand for justice for her, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
and that's when you came in, and that's for some kind of reason you came in the picture. You came in the picture I kept praying, and God began to move and start moving in His time and start unraveling stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is where we at now.
Yeah. Mr. Bernard, so you had heard about the fight. You heard there was a fight. So Khalil had brought Dejanay, the girl in the video that we see attacking your daughter, and he brought another girl, Winter Donovan, over to the house. And that's when they were asked about the altercation. But they denied the altercation, even though one of them, who we now know, Dejanay Jackson, was in a video assaulting your daughter, Shanquella, had the nerve to lie to y'all again in your face, saying that it was alcohol poisoning. So did they really say that was alcohol poisoning? And she
what the mom said. That what the words came out their mouth. They were playing a game, drinking. That was the statement they made to her mom and her sister, or everybody who was around over her sister's house, because they was asking questions,
right?
So that's what they told, and so I guess that what her mom, sister, everybody went with until I got the information. Because that alcohol poison did not sound right for me. No, not at all.
Right.
No, she don't drink like that. I know that for a fact.
Right. So now, once the truth came out in the autopsy,
he went off the radar. He went off the radar from what I was told. All of them went off the radar. I guess once he got out there on social media or Twitter or Facebook, how they communicate. Like I said, I don't be out there like that.
Right.
That's not my, that's not me. I'm old school.
Right.
So, all her friends, my daughter friends start commenting about it on, on their pages, what I'm hearing. And all of a sudden, all of them start shutting down their pages, their Facebook pages or Twitter accounts or, whatever they was on. So,
but they start shutting them down.
Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to ask no questions. No, nothing.
Yeah. And
no, nothing.
It's so funny because when I called you and I told you a little bit about what I do, who I was, and I told you, although he didn't reach out to you or call you.
Well, ask mom and her sister. They called. They said he didn't answer his phone, so it wasn't even me called. So
right.
Going forward, it's in God's hands. I'm gonna let God deal with it. So I'm gonna let God deal with it, and He dealing with it. So
absolutely,
she will get her justice. My daughter will get her justice. She will not die in vain. Each and every one of you all, whatever the law says. That's what I'm going with, or you're gonna add a little more extra.